In this section, we will tell you the story of how a Calgary shopper was denied entry to a natural food store for not wearing a mask, despite claiming a medical exemption and religious beliefs. The shopper, Brenda Willie, is a 69-year-old woman who suffers from PTSD due to childhood trauma. She says she cannot wear a mask or a face shield because it triggers her panic attacks. She carries letters from her doctor and psychologist to prove her condition. However, that did not stop some grocery stores from refusing to let her in. Blush Lane and Co-op Foods recently implemented a stricter mask policy. No mask, no entry. They do not accept medical exemptions, but they offer online shopping and curbside pickup options. Willie says she does not have access to a computer or the internet, and she cannot afford delivery fees. She feels discriminated against and harassed by the store staff and other customers. She says she has nowhere else to buy food in her area. She is calling for an exemption card that would allow her to enter stores without a mask. She says Calgary is supposed to be a caring community and seniors are important, but she does not feel that way. The City of Calgary has a mandatory mask bylaw that requires people to wear face coverings in indoor public spaces. However, there are some exemptions, such as people with medical conditions that prevent them from wearing masks. The city says businesses are not responsible for enforcing the bylaw and are not accountable to deny service or entry to those who are exempt. However, businesses can also set their own rules for their clients as long as they do not violate human rights laws. This creates a dilemma for both shoppers and store owners. How can they balance the health and safety of everyone with the rights and needs of individuals? How can they verify who is truly exempt and who is not? How can they avoid conflict and confrontation? These are some of the questions that this case raises. What do you think? Should there be a universal mask exemption card? Should stores be more flexible or more strict with their mask policies? Let us know in the comments below. In this section, we will tell you how a Calgary shopper was almost scammed by buying fake gift cards that were swapped with legitimate ones at a drugstore. This is a common gift card scam that is affecting Canadians across the country. It involves the manipulation of the barcode on the back of the card. The scam works like this. Scammers take gift cards from the store, put stickers with their own barcode over the original one, and hang them back up in the store. When an unsuspecting customer buys the gift card, they are actually paying for the card that the scammer has at home. The scammer then uses or sells the card online before the customer realizes they have been duped. This is what happened to Jan Mahoney, a Calgary woman who went to Shoppers Drug Mart at Market Mall to purchase some Canadian Tire gift cards for relatives down east just before Christmas. But when she got to the till, she was in for a huge surprise. The cashier scanned the cards and noticed something was wrong. The card showed up as Best Buy instead of Canadian Tire. He then ripped open the package and found a fake card inside a legitimate package. Another one of her Canadian Tire cards rang up the same way. Mahoney said she was shocked and grateful that the cashier caught the fraud. She said she would have never noticed the difference if he hadn't been paying attention. She also said she was naive and just assumed that when she was buying a gift card, it was a gift card. The cashier told her that this was a common scam and that he had been trained to spot fraudulent gift cards. He advised her to always check the seams of the package and match the numbers from the card to the screen on the till. Mahoney said she wanted to warn others about this scam and prevent them from losing money. She said she was lucky that she didn't fall victim, but others might not be so fortunate. This is not the only gift card scam that is happening in Canada. There are also scams that involve callers pretending to be from Canada Revenue Agency or Citizenship and Immigration Canada and demanding payment in gift cards to avoid arrest or deportation. These scams target vulnerable people, especially seniors, and can cost them thousands of dollars. The Retail Council of Canada estimates losses of $3.8 million in 2021 due to gift card fraud. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre advises people to report any suspicious activity or transactions involving gift cards to their local police and to their website. One way to avoid being scammed is to send a virtual gift card, which is sent directly to the recipient's email. Another way is to opt for cash instead of a physical gift card. But if you still want to give a gift card, make sure you buy it from a reputable source and inspect it carefully before you pay for it. In this section, we will see how a Calgary shopper was disappointed by the lack of mask enforcement at a supermarket, where he encountered two women without masks who claimed they had exemptions. The shopper, who asked to remain anonymous, said he went to the supermarket on a Saturday afternoon to buy some groceries. He said he was shocked to see two women walking around the store without masks, while everyone else was following the provincial mask mandate. He said he approached one of the women and asked her why she was not wearing a mask. She replied that she had a medical exemption and showed him a letter from a health professional. The shopper said he was skeptical of the letter and asked her what condition she had that prevented her from wearing a mask. She said she had a sensory processing disorder and that wearing a mask made her feel anxious and uncomfortable. The shopper said he did not believe her and told her that she was putting other people at risk by not wearing a mask. He said he also noticed that the letter did not have a date or a signature. He said he then approached the other woman and asked her the same question. She said she had a developmental delay and that wearing a mask was too difficult for her. She also showed him a letter from a health professional. The shopper said he was also doubtful of this letter and asked her how she managed to do other things that required cognitive skills, such as driving or using a phone. She said she had learned to cope with those things, but that wearing a mask was different and too hard for her. The shopper said he told her that she was being selfish and irresponsible by not wearing a mask. He said he also noticed that the letter did not have any details or contact information of the health professional. The shopper said he was frustrated and angry by the lack of mask enforcement at the supermarket. He said he tried to find a staff member or a manager to report the two women, but he could not find anyone. He said he felt like he was wasting his time and decided to leave the store without buying anything. He said he was disappointed by the supermarket's failure to ensure compliance with the provincial mask mandate. He said he felt like they were not taking the COVID-19 pandemic seriously and that they were putting their customers and employees in danger. He said he would not shop at that supermarket again until they improved their mask enforcement policies. He said he hoped that other shoppers would also boycott the store until they changed their attitude. He said he also wanted to raise awareness about the issue of fake or dubious medical exemptions for masks. He said he believed that some people were abusing the system and using false or vague letters to avoid wearing masks. He said he understood that some people had legitimate health conditions that made them unable to wear masks, but that they should have clear and valid proof from a health professional. He said he also thought that the province should clarify and standardize the criteria for mask exemptions and make them more enforceable. He said he hoped that by sharing his story, he would encourage other people to wear masks and follow the public health guidelines. He said he wanted to do his part to stop the spread of COVID-19 and protect himself and others from getting sick.